Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Nomis J coming at y'all real quick, man. It's been a minute. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I promise I'll get back to trying to make more content, man. There's been a lot going on, so I'm aware of what's been going on with the Detroit Pistons over the last couple weeks, and also the Lions, but that's another topic for another video. Pistons finally went ahead and hired a GM finally. Good, because we needed a GM, man. So now we got somebody who can better evaluate the talent that we're looking for, get us to draft him hopefully more effectively. He does come from OKC, that usually does know how to draft players. So got a lot of high hopes for him as far as the future of the team. As being a state, he says he wants to restore, do more of a restore kind of building here, as opposed to just rebuild all the cute stuff. That's nice. So here's the thing: for that to happen, he has to do stuff, not only draft well, but he's going to have to do what he just did today, and that's go out and sign Justin Patton. Now, move may not sound like a splash move when you first hear it, because it's not. But here's the thing: the Pistons are needy of a center, very badly. And the thing is, he plays that. He's drafted in 2017. Everybody's bagging on the knots on him, as far as he only played 9 games. He was the 16th overall pick. That's not a big issue for me, because the team he was drafted by was the Bulls. The Bulls were a hot mess at that time, and they probably still are. And the thing is, they end up trading him and Jimmy Butler to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then they traded Jimmy Butler, and I believe him as well, to the Sixers. So you know it's going to be hard for him to get minutes in that situation as well. So he obviously wasn't going to start over, those two centers from the Wolves and the 76ers. He ends up with OKC. Now, OKC, obviously, he probably didn't find his way up on the depth chart like that either. So I think with him, it's just situational. Now, he still has something to prove. But you talking about a team that's desperate need for a center right now, plus free agency has decent crop of centers, but you got to pay a lot of money that the Pistons probably don't want to pay right now. Christian Wood not being a center and John Henson not being that impressive. You need some depth there, and you need somebody who can challenge for the starting position. I think this is the perfect opportunity for the young man to show us why he is still why he was what he was in Cretan over there with our guy Kyrie Thomas when he was in college. I know I said the school name wrong, but the thing is, I see the potential, man. I see potential when I look at him. There's potential there. I'm not saying the guy's a long live starter, but you never know how he could develop on how he's used. Under Dwayne Casey, you ask him to be a paint presence in that front court, probably play a little rim protection, give you some shots here and there, because he can shoot a little bit. Nothing crazy when it comes to jump shots. He is a center. But, he's a big guy, 250 pounds, about basically 7 feet. So, he's young. He's 23. He's had time to work on his craft, his own personal craft on the game of basketball. And now you get him into a coach who's a young player developer. You know what I'm saying? These are the type of players that you're going to have to go for, especially when you're not going to spend a lot of money on free agency. Specifically because you didn't want to pay for the guy who was already here, who, by the way, just picked up his $28 million cap option with the Cleveland Cavaliers. By the way, just add that. So my thing is, we need somebody we can at least bring into the roster, because you don't know if they're going to draft another guy, and you don't know who else they're going to bring in. So he's a good start as far as trying to find somebody young to develop. He's here for the future. I give him an opportunity. I think people are putting a lot of pressure on him for no reason, or holding the negatives that would appear to be the negatives for all the wrong reasons, man. Because at the end of the day, it don't matter if you're first, second, or undrafted. If you didn't get the proper opportunity, to me, you shouldn't be over criticized. Not making an excuse for him, but just the situation he was in. He was drafted by an organization that was messy, sent to another one that came off messy, and then sent to another organization. It's a playoff team. Usually, they were messy to me. So obviously, he not gonna get his opportunity like that. So I think with this team, the way the Pistons history is known, they always either have developed guys that fell to them in the draft, and they did get good guys, and guys they found out of nowhere and groomed into stars. So I think restoring, when you say restoring, I think that's what it means personally. You know, we're not the best team in free agency. You know what I'm saying? I don't expect the Pistons to be bit spenders this year, and if they do, it'll be like one player that they may spend some decent money on for like a year or so, for, you know, just to help as a temporary option, and that's about it. Because you still got Blake's contract, you don't want to overcrowd that scenario with too many big contracts right now with this team in rebuild mode, basically. So I say this is a good, solid move. You know, whoever that the rest of the NBA don't want, let's get them over here and see what they got. Let's call some plays for them. Let's see how they can develop in our system. So now that's more like it. So for people not to move and say, is this a train can't move? Yeah, you can say that, but try to read more deeper into it. You know, learn a little bit more about his history. Don't just, well, he only played 9 games. Well, there's more to it than just that, I feel like. So let's give him a chance. You know, we may not see much of anything right now, of course, but it's at least a good to keep your eye on. So that's the way I go about it with it. So that's all I'm gonna leave it at, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Kudos to getting Troy Weaver. Kudos to the move he made. Let's see what they bring in the future, man. You know, stay with me, man. Make sure y'all hit that sub button for your boy. And check out all the DSA members and channels, and links to the website as well in the description. This your boy Nomis J, man. Shout out to everybody. I'm out, man. Peace.